Hello students, today we are going to continue with the first lesson of civics, that is diversity, in which we were already discussing the characteristics of diversity, and in the same sequence the next characteristics is food. So in India there are different types of food in different parts of India which the people used to have. Fine, and why is it so? Because in different parts of India we have different types of soil, different types of atmosphere. Because of that, we used to grow different types of crops, or we have different types of food. Like if you take the example of North India and South India, in North India we mostly used to eat chapatis, whereas in South India people used to have rice or the products made of rice. Over there people used to have coconut also, whereas in North India people don't have much of coconut, or they don't use much of coconut. So we find different types of food in different parts of India because of the different temperature, because of the different atmospheric conditions, and different types of soil present in India. Fine. Next characteristic is the arts and paintings. Now in different parts of India people used to have different types of painting. They used to make different types of drawings and different types of arts they present. And again, this is because of different types of flora and fauna, that means animals and plants which we see around us, different type of atmosphere which we see around us, and different types of situation which we face in our life, that is depicted in the, or that is shown in the arts and paintings of different parts of India. Fine. If we take the example of Rajasthan, over there the paintings which you will find, you will see that there is much use of peacock blue. Fine. And those paintings will mostly depict the kings or the noble wars or something like elephants. दैट मीन्स वो पेंटिंग में ज़्यादातर चीज़ें आपको राजा के बारे में या कुछ लड़ाइयों के बारे में दिखाएंगी. फाइन. दैट मीन्स दोज पेंटिंग्स हैव समथिंग रिलेटेड टू द किंग्स. Next, if we take the example of the south, that means southern part of India, over there you will see that most of the paintings will depict the gods and goddesses. So it means that in different part of India we have different way of painting and different types of paintings we find. So this is again the characteristics of diversity found in India. So altogether what we have seen, that there are different forms of diversity and different things which we see in different forms in India, and altogether this shows that India is a diverse country. Fine. But in spite of this diversity, there is a unity in India. There is a unity in India, and that shows by various things which we do or which we perform in various ways. Now, so in the next topic, what we are going to study about the unity in India which we find in India and how we find those unities. So we are going to take few examples, and then you will understand that in spite of these diversities we are all together and we are all united. So you must have heard the name of Lord Ram and Lord Krishna. Fine. So these days the two serials are also being shown on the television. You must either you or your parents must be watching those serials, Ramayana and Mahabharat. Fine. So what does these two lords? These two lords are having different place of birth, different views. Fine. But then many people, almost all the Hindu society or the people of Hindu religion worship both the gods. Fine. This shows that it hardly matters who the god is, we all together worship them. Fine. Next example, if we take of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is again worshipped by all the Hindus, and he is worshipped from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. That means we all have faith in Lord Shiva. Fine. Next example, if we take of Jain temples or the temples of Buddha, that is in Gaya. Over there, almost all people, whether we belong to Buddhism or not, whether we are following the religion of Buddhism or not, we go there to see or to worship. Fine. So this shows that we all have faith, and we all have faiths on different religions as well. Fine. This is because to show the respect to all the religion present in our society. Next, if we see the example of Dargah, that means the pilgrimage of Muslims. Even there, not only the Muslims go, but the people from all the religion go there to worship, and this again shows the example of unity in India, where we see that we all have the respect for each other's religion. And not only this, whereas we also go to different churches and any place of worship, wherever we feel like or wherever we think that we have faith, we go there no matter of whatever religion we belong to. Fine. So all these things show that we all are united in spite of many diversities. Not only this, we all celebrate the festivals of all the religions. Like if you belong to a Hindu family, then too you go to places or go to your Muslim friends to celebrate Eid. And if you belong to a Muslim family, then too you go to your Hindu friends to celebrate Holi. Fine. So what does this show? That we all are united all together, and we all have respects for each other. Fine. And not only this, but we also celebrate our national festivals together. That means the festivals which have their national importance, that is the Independence Day and Republic Day. And in that, we sing our national anthem together, no matter of what religion we belong to, no matter from wherever we are or from which place we belong to in India. We all together say that national anthem with great pride and with great respect, and give the respect and honor to our national flag. And all these things show us that we all are united together in spite of many diversities, many differences present in our Indian society. And that is why Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru has framed this word unity in diversity for India, which shows that India is a nation which is diverse but has unity in itself. Fine. So over here the lesson ends. There is a case study given in your book, in which the case study discusses about two places, Kerala and Ladakh, in which you will see different geographical conditions, where Kerala is the hot place and Ladakh is the cold place, and the different geographical conditions are there, and different types of lifestyle is present over there. And you will see that after reading that, you will get to know how both type of places are there in India itself, and this will help you to understand the regional diversity. So just go through that and go through the complete lesson and try to solve the exercises on your own. Thank you, class. Stay safe.